Hey, what's going on? Well, it's in the garage. So I didn't. I decided to not do a disassembly video on the front axle and the front bolster casting. There's a bunch of videos like that, and if you need it, there's underneath the bolster casting, there's 4 bolts that hold that front axle on, and the bolster casting itself, there's 4 bolts that hold that on. So I didn't film it. So we can get right to this, which I am ready to pull this engine. I just drained all the oil out of it, so make it a little bit lighter. I got my chain and my hook put on to where I need it. I'll readjust that, bolted to the front and the rear, and my chain hoist. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the oil plug back in this, and then we can work on pulling this apart. I believe it's just these 6 bolts here, 2, 2, and 2 on the other side. They're all 3/4. I believe that's all that's holding this on together. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I went ahead, I took the valve cover off with that tall fuel neck, and then I went ahead and took the shaft off with all the rocker arms. You see the pusher rods right here, to get as much space as I could. I think these studs are gonna be okay. We'll just have to see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the 2 bolts on this side off, and then on the other side, and I'll do the top ones last. I do have some tension. I'm probably gonna give it a little more, but take these 6 bolts off. Tension on that. And I might have to get a regular socket on that. Last one. I can already see the case starting to separate, so. Tell you what, I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna put this one back in there too. I'm gonna leave these screwed in just a little bit, kind of as a safety net. When I go to try to shake this thing off. it's coming loose. Just gotta bring her up just a little bit more. Okay. I think we're good to go ahead and take those bolts out. And I got my engine stand right over there. Hopefully I got long enough bolts that I can put back in that bell housing or in the engine block to hold it steady. I actually should have made sure I had that before I'm pulling it off, but oh no, it's coming. Oh, okay, I see what I need to do. I do need to take this bottom shroud off. That's what's holding that in. Okay. So yeah, you got a couple more bolts down here on this bottom shroud. You got to take this off. And that is 1/2 inch. I was wondering why the damn thing wasn't letting loose. Oh, Josh. Yep, 2 1/2 inch bolts. Doesn't look like I damaged it trying to pull it out, so. Put that right there. Now let's see if she'll come. There we go. Boom. Ooh, ooh yeah. Whoopsie. Forgot an ignition wire. That could have been bad. But yeah, the engine's out, so I'm just gonna disconnect that engine wire and I'm gonna get this thing on the stand. Right now I'm taking off the clutch and the flywheel. Always be careful when you're doing this because some of this stuff could be under a lot of pressure. You got springs, you got 6 of them in here. So it's always important to just go easy on them. Try to keep your hands clear just in case this stuff does go back. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever taken apart so you just got to go easy. There may be more to take off. We'll find that out once we get this outer plate off. Because we have to take all this off in order to put this on the engine stand, so. Yeah, see, it's popping out because this is under pressure, but I think a lot of it's subdued, so we should be all right. I can bring these bolts out by hand now, so. And the flywheel bolts should be underneath here. So, yeah, this is gonna come right off. Clutch, and you got your clutch plates here. It's seen better days. I definitely might go ahead and replace them. But like I always do, put the bolts right back in where you got them so you don't lose them. And then we got 4 bolts right here on the flywheel to take off. Those look like 9/16 as well. The flywheel, other than needing cleaned up, looks all right. So, cleaning it up might be all I do. Teeth and everything look good. Nothing's broken. It just needs cleaned up. Slide this off the shaft. Yeah, there we go. All right, and you see it's got a little stud right there so you can line them back up perfectly. Set that right there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put these flywheel bolts back in, and then I can work on getting this thing over on the engine stand. Okay, I got the motor on the engine stand. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take this head off. I already took the push rods out. So I'm gonna take, there's 9 head bolts, there's 7/8, or I'm sorry, nuts. They're studs down into the block, and that's what this cylinder goes on. I don't know yet. I left these nuts on here, but if I can't get it off, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the same chain that I used to lift the engine up, and I'm gonna put big washers on here and then put the chain underneath of it, and I'm gonna lift up that way with these studs if it doesn't break loose. So, but right now, I got 9 nuts to take off, and they're 7/8. gather these up and we'll see if I can lift this head. Can't imagine the cylinder head being that heavy. Rubber mallet. There she comes. Oh, there we go. Set that over here. Oh man. It looks like water or something has been down in there at one point. That's why this thing wasn't turning over. All right, well, I'm gonna see if I can turn this thing one last time. If not, well, guess what, folks? We're rebuilding this. Which I was really going to do anyways, but I just wanted, it just wouldn't turn. Which now I can see some stuff has gotten down in there. So, there's crud all over the place. You know, I can still see a little bit of the marble that I dumped in there, but yeah, so y'all want a better look. Look at this crap. So, rebuild kit is going to be on the order now. I'm still going to take off the ignition and everything. I'm sure I'll video doing that and the hydraulic pump because I'm going to rebuild that. I'm going to take off the oil pan. I'm going to flip this engine over and take off the oil pan and see what condition the crankshaft is in and the connecting rods and all that. I'm sure there's a lot of sludge from where this engine was sitting. Depending on what oil was used, it varies. But yeah, definitely going to be overhauling this. I'm going to get this gasket off, and then I got a sleeve puller. I'm going to pull these sleeves out. It got condensation down in there. You can clearly tell that. So, because of the way these cylinders are, more than likely I am gonna send that cylinder head to be reconditioned instead of doing it myself. It's just easier that way. When I get it reconditioned, what they do is they check the valves, they check the keepers, they check the seals, they check everything. If nothing meets specs, they replace them. They also do a pressurized test on this to ensure that there's nothing wrong with the head itself, that's not cracked or anything. So, but first I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a little screwdriver, if I can't do this by hand. Get this head gasket off. Yeah, I'm going to get a screwdriver. This off. Yeah, what a dirt hole. looking at this head, I mean, I have to clean this off to look for any dark spots. I can't clearly see a place where it may have been blown. So, but I mean, it does not look good. Yeah, there's a little piece there. Oh man. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this cleaned up a little bit here. I'm going to get this motor flipped over, and then I'm going to go ahead and take the oil pan off. Got the engine flipped over. These are all 1/2-inch bolts. I just set that outside for now. So definitely gonna need a gasket scraper for that. Alrighty. That oil pump is definitely getting replaced. Everything looks good down here. So, including the camshaft, everything just looks all right. So, what I'm going to try is, I'm going to flip this thing back over, and I'm going to try and spray some PB Blaster or something on top of those cylinders, and then take the biggest socket I got, and then like hit the top of it, the furthest one up, and hit the top of it with a rubber mallet, just to see if I can break these cylinders loose. Because from what I'm looking at, it's the cylinders that are keeping this thing stuck. It's not the, I mean, I haven't taken the connecting rods off yet, but yeah, so I'll show you guys. It looks all right. Like I said, that oil pump, that's definitely getting changed. Sends them down this far, but I don't see anything like alarming. So, camshaft looks good. All the lobes look all right. Just got to get this thing to move. I hope there's nothing wrong with the crankshaft or any of the main bearing caps. That would be such a freaking relief for me. So, but yeah, I'm gonna flip this over and go ahead and do that. When it comes time for the overhaul and disassembly, I'll definitely film that for you guys, and probably do some other stuff while I'm waiting on that kit. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.